Hey Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. At the moment I've got an absolute mountain of keyboards I need to check out. I usually pull each one out over a weekend and I use it for gaming to really get an idea of how a keyboard is to use. The gaming keyboards have really been getting a really good run lately with games like Call of Duty Warzone, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, and Nier Automata. And yes, I play Nier Automata with a keyboard and a mouse. I know it's weird, but yeah, I just like playing it like that. Anyway, SteelSeries sent us one of their brand new gaming keyboards, the Apex 5, to check out, so I thought I might share my thoughts on whether or not it could be, and here's a really massive spoiler alert, one of my favorite gaming keyboards ever. And yes, it really is that good. Now, I'm going to try and keep this video as short and as sweet as possible and give you the facts on whether or not you should buy it. Yeah, I'm not going to make a 20-minute video about a keyboard, so let's do it. I want to preface this video by saying that SteelSeries didn't pay us a cent. SteelSeries sent us this keyboard for review, that's it. And to be honest, they're kind of this brand that you know exists and you know they make high quality products, but somehow you kind of always just overlook them. And for me, the Apex 5 is a bit of a mental course correction because the Apex 5, to put it quite simply, is a work of art. And that's it, that's the video done. Thanks for watching, I'm out of here. Seriously though, let's take a look at what you get in the box. You get the Apex 5 itself, you get a product card and the included magnetic wrist rest, and that's it. Once again, simplicity. It's not overcomplicated with extra keys and key removal tools, it's just simple. And the design and construction is also very simple, but it's simple in a good way. It's almost as if they listened to what people actually wanted with the keyboard. The only thing that I didn't like about this keyboard, and I'm gonna talk about this right out of the gate, is the permanently attached USB cable, but I'm willing to forgive it because it has cable routing underneath the keyboard itself, which is kind of nice. You can put out the left side or the right side or straight out the center. The Apex 5 is made from aircraft grade alloy, which means it will have zero deck flex because it's like a really hard metal. And speaking of the deck, the keyboard has a floating keycap design which features SteelSeries' own hybrid mechanical RGB switches, which at first seems like a bit of an odd choice until you use them. They have an actuation force of around 50 grams, which is slightly less than a Cherry MX Brown switch, but it has a similar feel, but it's kind of louder at the same time. So it's kind of like a mix between a cherry blue and a cherry brown, and it's got an actuation distance of 2 millimeters and a full travel distance of around 4 millimeters with 24 continuous simultaneous actuations of NK rollover. And to put it simply, for those who don't know heaps about keyboard switches, it's one of the fastest keyboards I've ever typed on. Seriously, the feel of this switch just makes your keystrokes feel like they're gliding rather than snapping like they would with a blue switch. And yeah, I was actually quite surprised at how much I like the switches. It's becoming more of a trend with keyboard manufacturers deciding that they want to make their own switches now, and I could probably like stop here and then just make a whole video about keyboard manufacturers making their own switches, but I won't do that now. Anyway, speaking of the switches, the Apex 5 has per key RGB lighting. It is 2020 after all, and if you didn't, then I think you'd be pretty concerned. And you can configure all of the stuff on the keyboard in the SteelSeries engine software. It's got lots to customize. You can spend hours playing around with it. There's a lot to do there. I actually really like the out-of-the-box lighting setup, so yeah, I kind of left it with that because it basically matches the aesthetic that I usually go for. Okay, let's talk about something that will usually make or break a keyboard for me, the media controls. Again, SteelSeries made this so simple and they nailed it. The Apex 5 has a tactile volume wheel which has a little bit of a click in it and also doubles as a mute button when you press it in. It also has one of the coolest and simplest ways to control media playback from anything I've ever seen. It's got a single button. You press the button once and it plays or pauses a track, you double tap it and it skips, or you triple tap and it goes back to the start of the track or to the track before. It's brilliant. Yeah, just make more keyboards like this. One button can do everything. And something that will stand out to you right in front of your face, right next to that volume control wheel and the little media controls, is the programmable LCD screen. You can do so much with it. There's only so many hours in a day. You can do stuff like setting up Discord notifications to show basically anything you want. You can show your health and status info in Minecraft or CSGO. You can set up animated images. You can show this current song playing. You can draw a funny static image. Literally, the options are pretty endless, and if you have time, you can actually just go ahead and develop your own apps too. And that's kind of what I like about this keyboard and all the SteelSeries stuff, is they've got an open platform. So for those who want to experiment, you can just go ahead and make basically whatever you want for the keyboard. Okay, so what don't I like about the Apex 5 then? Remember, this is all personal preference stuff. At first, I thought I wouldn't really like this magnetic wrist rest because it's not padded, but at the same time it has this really nice soft finish, and it kind of tricks your brain into thinking that it's softer than it is. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes like it kind of feels like it's soft. Yeah. Yeah, that probably doesn't make any sense at all. And anyway, I don't like how loud the key switches are, because like it's not a problem for most people, but I use voice detection in Discord, and sometimes you can hear me furiously mashing the keyboard when I'm playing games. Other than that though, yeah, the Apex 5 is pretty great. The Apex 5 is a testament to simplicity, less being more, and it does everything you would want a keyboard to do, and it comes in at a price that can be easily digested given how much you're actually getting for your hard-earned money. And this is the type of keyboard that you would keep for many years. If I was to use this daily, I would probably never change my keyboard. That being said, the SteelSeries Apex 5 is going for around 120 USD or around 220 Australian dollars at the time of filming this video. I think this is a pretty decent price given how good this keyboard is. If you get a chance to try one out, like at a store or something, just do it. And I promise you, you'll feel the same way. And yeah, let us know what you think about the Apex 5, and let us know what keyboard you're currently daily driving. I have a mountain more keyboards that I need to check out as well, and I'll be doing that over the next few weeks. We also have the Apex 7 and Apex 7 TKL on the way too, and I want to see if the extra money is worth it, considering those keyboards have 3 different switch types, and I wanted to know if it's better than the Apex 5. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, or consider hitting the join button, or join us on Flowplane. If you didn't like this video, you know what to do, and tell us what you hated about it. Once again, thank you so very much for watching. I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You peek, we seek. And honestly, this wrist rest is one confusing bit of sorcery, because it's hard, but it's soft at the same time. I don't understand how they did that. It really does play tricks on your brain. Thanks for watching.